Counterpunch promo live in 3, 2, 1.
ipmNation.com.
Why is everybody whispering? There's no need to whisper. It's time to give everyone a preview of what's happening this week on IPM Nation. IPM Nation Sneak Speak, kicking around the week ahead.
Boy, aren't we though? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to this episode of Sneak Speak. I'm Brian Brawdy, as always, hanging out with my good friend, some would say boss, Matt Connarton. So I better have said good friend first. Good friend and boss, Matt Connarton from ipmNation.com. Look at the way that all works out. Matt, good evening, brother. How are you, sir?
Ooh, yeah, no, I'm nobody's boss, but I'm well. How are you?
I got so much to talk to you about tonight. It's an action-packed night, as you know.
Yes,
And but here's just to give you a little bit of behind the scenes of my mind. First off, speaking of behind the scenes, just like Sneak Speak is behind the scenes, right? People will say to me, well, what does it take to get it up, to get the show up? What is it, in terms of the broadcast, this and that and everything else. So what I did is I have a camera repurposed now, Matt. I don't know if you can see the screen, but the camera shows you from overhead, and it shows you exactly what it takes to be able to get the show up and everything else. So I thought that was, you know what I mean? Something for me to cut to when I want to take a drink, clear my throat, something like that.
There you
So,
go.
yeah, that's what I thought. So I was pretty pleased with that. All right, but
That's
now,
pretty cool.
thank you very much, brother. So, I'm, what's today? Sunday. So Friday night, I'm minding my own business, right? It's like probably 9 o'clock knowing me. And 9 o'clock Friday night, only TV, now that Vikings is off air, only TV I ever see, right? Blacklist.
Mm-hmm.
Blacklist. So our good friend Rob from Rob and Slim, they're like 5 minutes till. I'm busy getting my drink fixed. I'm busy getting snacks, right? It's like a pre-Super Bowl warm-up for me whenever it's going to be the Blacklist. So I'm busy getting all my stuff done. So I don't see my phone at 10 till. And then it goes the full hour. And when I'm done at the end of the hour, I see Rob's texting me like 4 or 5 times. Well, he was offering me to voice over a character that he had written. But when I didn't respond back right away, he gave it to someone else. And I said, Rob, you just, right? It'd be like calling some people Sunday morning if you go to church. Friday night at 9 o'clock when the Blacklist is on, no one gets through. I turn the ringer off. I hide the phone under a couch cushion, right? It's James Spader. It's the Blacklist. So that's my big news of the week. That and the new camera angle that I told you about. So.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about it. All right, so what's going on with you, Matt?
Oh, let's see. Well, I should mention we have a new feature on the site now at ipmNation.com. We're starting to post some writings of people, blogs, news stories, whatever it's, whatever we end up amassing on the site. And our very first one went up yesterday.
Oh, cool.
And if you go to ipmNation.com /stories, or of course it is in the menu bar at the top, we have a post from our very own Henry G. Noel.
All right. He's our first post.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yes. He's a great, you know what? I have to tell you, he's just a salt of the earth kind of guy. He's just a great, great guy. So it's nice to see that he's taken the time out from writing his book and that he has a post up over there. So very good. So, Matt, the address again at IPM Nation, drop-down menu is? Stories. Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. I can't wait to read it then. I didn't even realize that, right? I was so busy getting everything ready for tonight's show that I didn't even know that. But that's great. And like, I got something. Jenny's so cute. She goes, okay, well, send me a synopsis of what you think you might write and send me a headshot and this and that. And I go, I'm thinking to myself, she knows she's just going to wait for Matt to have to cobble something together from something I've done already. Yeah, I'll get my submission right in. But no, now that I know it's attracting the big guns like Henry, then I got to sit down and think about something to write.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Yeah, well, that's very cool. And then I should also mention to people, because I didn't even know this, the ipmNation.com/chat. Is that it? Chat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the chat room. So in any IPM Nation show, if you want to come in, jump in and chat with the host, or imagine anyone else in the thread that's in the chat room watching that particular show, you can do that at ipmNation.com/chat. So that's kind of cool as well.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I know you got some other big news tonight. I'll let you spill the beans. He should be calling in here shortly. Maybe before we get to that, you want to go over the top 10 cities, top 10 shows? You want to do any of that, or you just, what do you want to do?
I would be delighted.
Well, thank you, sir. Go right ahead.
Well, you want to do the, should we go over the top 10 shows?
Yeah, let's go over the top 10 shows.
I know why you like doing the top 10 shows. Because coming in at number 1 is a little show called All Natural Being.
All Natural Being, yeah, one would think, right? So from now on, because if I say from now on, let's just do 2 through 9, people are going to go, well, that's just arrogant. He thinks it'll be number 1 for so long, he won't even do it. All right, so our little AM soiree now. I got to tell you, I love mornings. Doctors love that I love mornings.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier than trying to stay up till this hour. You know what I mean? So much easier.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a morning person.
I have to be now, right? Number 2.
Well, number 2 is The Morning Show with Peter White, which he's on one of the other live channels. Actually, at the same time that you're on.
Oh, dueling banjos. Okay, good.
Let's see. At number 3, there's the Rob and Slim Show, which you were on last Wednesday.
Yes, great guys. I really enjoyed the 3 of them.
It was a great appearance. Number 4 is Red Pill Politics, which is actually on right now on another of our live channels. Let's see.
You just have a pinata of programming, don't you? All these channels, a pinata of programming.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that, a pinata.
Yeah, thank you very much. I bought a big stick.
Number 5 is Matt Connarton Unleashed, the show that I do weekdays.
Oh, there you go.
Live at 4 p.m. Eastern.
All right.
Let's see. Number 6 is Battle Wounds, which is a really new show that comes to us from a gentleman named Brian Lafferty, who I don't know particularly well. He was referred to us by someone else.
All right.
And it's just a cool, fun show, so I recommend it.
Very cool. What's the name of it again?
Number 7. What's that?
What's the name of it again?
It's called Battle Wounds.
Battle Wounds. Okay, cool. Very cool.
Battle Wounds. Yep. Number 7 is Proof of Love, which is
right.
relatively new show that keeps showing up in our top 10.
Okay.
At 8, we have Copy That Speaks.
Wow, look at that. 8, Copy That Speaks with Mr. Lee Rowley.
Yes.
Okay.
At 9 is the Ambrose Kirkland Show.
Ooh, very nice. Hi, Ambrose.
I haven't had any new episodes of that lately, but people keep downloading the archives, so people are into it. And finally, rounding out the top 10, we have the Lendy Experience, and 3 new episodes of that just went up on demand. And Lendy is live Monday mornings at 10 a.m. for an hour on IPM Nation 2.
Oh, very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. All right, so then before we take a call, let's get to the cities, Matt. What are our top 10 cities this week?
Sure. Well, it hasn't changed too much. At number 1 is still New York, New York. Number 2 is Boston. Manchester, New Hampshire, where I am, is number 3. Number 4 is a little place called Columbus, Ohio.
Ugh. Oh, how I'm out of here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's see, followed by, at 5, Saginaw, Michigan.
Oh, very nice. That might be up in wherever, Wayne and Derek, his son Derek Noel, are coming from. That might be up in that neck of the woods. Grand Blank.
Okay, very good.
You know, the first couple times they said it's from Grand Blank, Michigan, I thought it was a joke. Like Grand and then
Blank,
the fill in the blank. State your name. You know, Grand, whatever. But they said, no, that's the real name. And I go, that'll only throw me off. Okay, so Michigan.
Let's see. At number 6 is Los Angeles, which we usually have a lot of listeners on the West Coast.
Cool.
In fact, number 7 is San Francisco.
Get out of here. L.A. and San Francisco? Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 8 is Chicago, Illinois, a city I know very well.
As do I.
Yes. Number 9 is Norfolk, Virginia.
Ooh.
And rounding out the top 10 is Minneapolis, Minnesota, probably the coldest city on the list.
Yeah, probably so. Well, I imagine you all get pretty chilly in the winter time up where you are.
It depends. Winters here are very unpredictable. We definitely had some cold days this year. Not a lot of snow, but some cold days. But not too bad.
Not too bad. All right, let's take our... I have a sense who this is, but let's grab a quick call. Yeah. Hi, who's calling, please?
Oh, this is the Derek Noel, the one you were actually just talking about.
I'm glad it wasn't a wrong number. I've had that happen, you know. You think and they go, oh, yeah, we're selling one of those new walk-in fit baths. And I go, what? Yeah, would you like one of those new things? We come in and we just refit your shower so that by the end of the day you have a brand new bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a call.
That sounds exciting.
Oh, I was very excited about it, but I go, look,
great.
We're doing this little thing on air, but maybe we should catch up later. So that's it. Good evening, Derek Noel. What's going on?
Not too much. By the way, Saginaw is about an hour north of us.
Oh, so your show's a geography show?
Yeah,
okay, good.
Might as well be.
Might as well, good. Okay, so if it's an hour north, what's an hour south of you?
Detroit.
Oh, look, see, he's got all the answers, Matt. That's what I dig about this guy.
That's
right.
It.
He just, he knows physiology, and he knows his way around a map and compass, apparently.
I mean, Grand Blanc is also kind of like you need to drive an hour to go do anything, so that kind of works too.
I was just saying, Grand Blanc, the first time I heard that, I thought you were supposed to fill it in. Like grand something. Yeah, I didn't know what I was talking about. All right, so listen, this is a pretty big night because we've been threatening this, Matt, as you know.
Yes.
Derek Noel is on Monday morning, so be on tomorrow morning, as a matter of fact, on All Natural Being. So we've been saying all along, it's a great way to be able to prime your mind on a Monday morning, get everything kind of answered, everything together. And then, so we were kicking around this idea, how about having him on, having his own show on Sunday night, to get everybody prepped and ready to go for the week ahead. So we're very excited to have Derek on ipmNation.com. Matt?
And Derek, it's nice to finally meet you. Derek and I have never actually spoken directly until tonight. So I've only known Derek through Wayne and through watching All Natural Being.
Yeah, Derek's not much for being on the phone. I'm not sure I've ever spoken to him on the phone. Ever.
It's that millennial thing.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be seen hanging with old guys like us, Matt. Well, I'm older than Matt, so he doesn't like to be seen hanging. So, Derek, why don't you give us an idea? What's your show going to be all about? Because it's coming up, right? It's like 45 minutes out. You're going to be going at 8 o'clock Eastern times on Sunday nights. So before we play your commercial, why don't we you get a rundown from you as to what you're thinking?
So what's going to be really cool is Sunday nights before people are getting themselves ready to be able to attack their week ahead, and sometimes they're lacking a little bit of motivation, so I hope to hit some of that. But I also want to show people that you don't have to be kind of what the fitness industry has painted of you need to eat 6 meals a day every 2 hours, chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli, and honestly, like live 4 hours in gym. Most people don't need that.
No wonder I don't like chicken and broccoli.
I'm hoping to get across. And, I mean, I don't spend that much time in a gym anymore.
Well, what you've taught me in the times that we've interacted is that you really find your gym wherever you find yourself, right? There's all kinds of body weight resistance and flexibility and all kinds of things that you can do that don't require you to be in a gym, which I thought was pretty cool. And thanks to you, I have a piece of PVC pipe that I have fits in perfectly at the foot of my bed. Every night and every morning, I do the exercise you showed me about loosening the shoulders.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Basically, my mission in life now is just to make sure that people become more functional human beings, and you can't do it overnight. People don't get the way that they are in a day. They
Right.
can't expect, and as much as that instant gratification is prevalent and everyone wants it right now,
Right.
getting your body back, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I mean, it is true. We do, we live in a world where people tend to want things to be very immediate. Like, like there should be an app that you can put on your phone where you just open the app and you're in shape.
Oh, it's a great one. Or like one of those body suits, like that's all I'm saying is like you get one of those tight Spanx kind of body suits that make you look like you're built like a superhero, right? You can do
Right.
that.
I've been feeling Hans and Franz right now. That's
Hans
what I'm
and Franz,
feeling.
exactly. Hans and Franz without the accent. That's all we're saying. All right. Well, it's interesting that you said the thing about, you don't want to stay all the time at the gym and do this or that. So I thought if it's cool with you, let's play the commercial. Because I'm not sure maybe Matt's heard this, I don't know, but let's play your commercial so everyone can get kind of a sneak peek at what you're going to be doing. Hold on.
Yeah.
What is real fitness? It's fitness, physical, mental, dietary, a regimen that you can fit into your real life, your busy schedule, time with your family and friends. Does the real you want to live at the gym, on a treadmill, counting calories, watching a bathroom scale? The real you wants to live life, enjoying your relationships, proud of the way you look, real lives, real families, real fitness. You deserve those things. You deserve Derek Noel fitness. A professional voiceover talent like that, huh?
Yes.
All right, Derek, give us a little more about what the show is going to be all about, right? Because you say it's not everyone is able to just like overnight jump into the body that they want. So talk about some of the motivation. Talk about, how you're going to help people walk through this one day at a time.
So how I'm going to go about it is I'm going to basically give someone a habit to work on, or give people a habit to work on every week or 2 weeks, because it is a once-a-week show. They say it takes 14 days to turn something into a habit.
Wow.
But my goal is to give people these small nuggets of information that it's basically the compound effect. You do these small steps, and then all of a sudden you're a lot farther ahead than you were. And it goes back to a saying, like, if you become 1% better every day, you're 365% better at the end of the year than you were before.
Oh, I like
So
that. That's
can
a great way.
Can be
That's a great way to think of
mindset.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be health and fitness or actual physical activity, because there's always a way to be able to get people to move around.
And see, Matt, I think that
nutrition, or it might be all three of them.
It might be all three of them. And Matt, what I say all the time, it speaks to the programming that you have here on ipmNation.com, because he's great at physiology, he's great at math, and he's great with a map. So any questions you might have, you're able just to call. You might have a math question. You go, look, I need a walking, talking slide rule. You might say, oh, how about something, in the map realm? Where is this city or that city? Or something about my physiology. Derek's the guy in the know. So just superior programming here, Matt, on IPM Nation.
Yes, that is wonderful. I did not realize that this program, Derek Noel Fitness, which is premiering tonight, would be offering as much as it is.
I know. It's something else, isn't it? And it's going to be, so Derek, give us a little bit. It's not just a radio show, right? Of course, you'll be here on IPM Nation, but you're going to have fly-on-the-wall video for some of the tricky maneuvers that you might do. You're going to have fly-on-the-wall video, and tell us all about that.
So, obviously going to be on IPM Nation. And Matt, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be able to do this. Brian, you too.
You're more than welcome.
So you'll be able to listen audio-wise, but there will also be video that I'll be putting out as well. That's going to be on YouTube and Facebook. And those extra videos, which, because it's also an audio show, I won't necessarily go into video details too often, but I will definitely, anytime I'm talking about something that's a little more advanced that I maybe don't have time to go into or anything like that, I'm planning on releasing show notes too that might have extra little videos for people to go on to. So hopefully it's not just something that people listen to only at 8:30 or 8 o'clock on Sundays. It's also something that they can reference throughout the week to help them out.
I think it's going to be great. Matt, what say you?
Yeah, that is great. I like the the show notes idea and so forth. I think that's excellent, and it gives people a little extra something to work with throughout the week. Something to help kind of keep them on track. No, I think that's fantastic.
And you know what I like about the videos, Derek? And I don't know if you've seen any of them, Matt, but some of the stuff that he's able to pull, like being on his knees, and it's like watching old Superman movies, right? He leaps to a tall building in a single bound. He'll be on his knees. He'll throw his hands up to get the momentum, and he'll jump up off his knees and land on a stack of weights, a stack of plates put up in front of him. It's unbelievable what he can do. So
Yeah.
I like the idea of the video aspect of it as well, just because when you see what he's capable of physically, it's just fun to watch as well. And in terms of being knowledgeable, he's the whole package. Matter of fact, when I first said, because when you listen to his advice, it really is. So so that's what I was so excited about. And then when he said, "Oh, well, I'll come on your show, give you little tips as you battle back and everything else." So he really is a wealth of knowledge. And for people going, well, you know what? This might be the nice little catalyst on a Sunday night, right? People might go, "This is exactly what I'm looking for." Instead of watching Sunday Night Football or, reruns of Modern Family or whatever else, people might be going, no, you know what? This would be really cool to get a plan that when my feet hit the floor Monday, what else?
That might also be caffeine, but
It could be. There's nothing wrong with caffeine. Nothing wrong with caffeine. So before we let you go, because you're busy, checking your makeup and getting everything ready for tonight, a couple other quick pointers or tips. Well, I at least know you're making sure you're not wearing a particular sports team's knit cap. I at least know that. There's a little bit of.
I'm actually going hatless today because my hair is short now.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, so's mine.
Who'd have thunk it?
I know, right? Whatever. All right, so a couple quick tips before we let you go, then we're going to let you bail to get ready for your show. Anything else you want to mention?
Quick tips. Let's go Monday morning. Don't tell yourself, oh, crap, it's Monday. Tell yourself you're going to have a good day.
Okay.
That's going to be the number one thing. Actually, I think that's such a big tip.
Okay.
We could probably leave it at that. But wake up as soon as your feet hit the ground.
Yep.
Tell yourself you're going to have an awesome day, because even if that day goes crap, which it might, some people have terrible days.
Never can tell.
You're starting up top. You're not starting at the bottom trying to fight your way uphill.
Right. So, of course, you'd tell them to tune in to All Natural Being, 7 Eastern is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wake up, listen to All Natural Being, 7 a.m.
Oh, Matt, there should be some kind of testing before you bring hosts on. Oh, that's all I'm saying, right? That was just a shameless attempt at a plug. All right, Derek.
Oh, man, I will.
That was horrible. Even by my standards, that was horrible. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't have...
Remember, use the hashtag no free ads.
The luck you will be on tonight, as I said, in about 36 minutes, and then you'll be on tomorrow morning for a quick recap of how your show went tonight. We'll talk about it tomorrow morning. I'm sorry, what was the name of that show again, Derek? You said you want people to listen into in the mornings?
In the mornings, I think it was called All Natural Being by some guy named Brian Brawdy.
Yeah, some guy.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it might. I have to tell you, although I have amnesia from a brain tumor, that does ring a bell. Just saying. All right, Derek, we'll let you get out of here. Thanks, brother.
All right.
Have a great show
Thanks
tonight.
a lot,
We'll
guys.
see you soon. All right, farewell.
Thanks, Derek.
All right, yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
He's like a Yeti sighting. I don't get to talk to him much. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, wow, was that Derek? But the kid's phenomenal. I can call him a kid. He's young. He's just phenomenal on what he can do. It's unbelievable. So I'm obviously very excited to have him on my show in the mornings, but also excited for him to be able to start building an audience here on ipmNation.com, because he's just a wealth of knowledge. And I think a lot of people will benefit from it, Matt.
Yeah, and he's very good. Just from seeing him on your show, he's very good on camera.
He is.
And he's very well spoken and communicates well what it is that he's trying to put across in terms of these different things that he's demonstrating, these exercises and so forth. So I think
he's
gonna
really
do
good on. He's got a great presence about him. You know what I mean? Like his problem will, if he has one, his problem will be it'll be so easy for him to just go into shtick because he's just a funny guy. You know, when you talk to him, you tell him these things, and then you're like, okay, but he knows his way around the camera. His dad, our good friend Wayne Noel, will be working the cameras, working all the technical aspects of the show. And I don't know, you'd have to ask his uncle, Henry Noel, if Henry's going to be writing any copy or anything else like that for him. So it should be a pretty exciting show.
Yeah, no, I can't wait.
All right, brother. So in our final 3 minutes, what else you got going on this week? I know we talked about the chat room. We talked about the new writing. I will go over in between shows and check out what Henry wrote and posted over there. I suggest everyone else does. And then maybe, Matt, if you could go into the thread this evening and speaking of the thread, I got so excited to talk to Derek, I didn't even go to our own thread. Let me head over to the thread real quick and see if anybody's saying hello. And then, so Matt, anything else that I forgot to cover?
Let's see. Let me just mention this quickly. We do have one other new show debuting this week that we didn't talk about.
Oh, okay.
And there is something about it right on the homepage of the site. If you scroll down, everybody can see. But it's somewhat of a spin-off in a certain sense of Matt Connarton Unleashed, because it's hosted by someone who was showing up who does show up in the chat room sometimes for that show. And so she's got this, she's going, Giazilla Rar is her name on the show, and it's called Blunt Force.
Oh.
And that's going to be on every Monday, Thursday, and Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern on IPM Nation 1, and that debuts this Monday night, and we're very excited about it.
I could see why you would be. Just a lot of great programming here. I got to tell you, let me say good evening to Jenny. Not only good evening, but Jenny, thank you for everything that you do to keep everybody up and going here and everyone moving in the right direction. Wayne, thank you so very much for I don't know. I mean, Wayne's right. It's his son that was on, so I guess I should thank him for doing the right thing and watching. Matt, nice to see you here and me. In our own thread, so that's cool. All right, and I have to tell you, I'm very excited, Matt, because we're up like 600 new followers and friends and everyone here on Sneak Speak. So there's a lot of people coming on over to Facebook and liking the page and the feed and everything else. So you must be very proud.
I am, and thank you. You know, this was, credit where it's due. This show was your idea, so.
Well, thank you. It was a combination of ideas because, do you know what? I need, and we'll talk about it. Maybe I'll have a call in tomorrow or one of the mornings this week, but it's always nice to have your expertise. So to be honest with you, this was just a way of me going, all right, how can I learn from Matt every week in a formidable way? Oh, we'll just come up with a show. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome, brother. All right, speaking of learning, we're going to learn how to hit a call time. We are out of here. Thank you all so very much for joining us at Sneak Speak. We will be back next Sunday night. On behalf of Matt Connarton from ipmNation.com, I'm Brian Brawdy, and we are out.